At least yesterday, we reached agreement to send our elite forces after Ben until he can be found and returned home. Those top men were dispatched yesterday evening and will be reporting back at any minute.
We offer our heartfelt understanding to you and your wife, and we hope King Ben is swiftly returned home. However, with your permission, Chief Justice of Aurora, we do need to settle the second point of order. I motion to make a decision. Are we or are we not sending the VK back to the Isle?
Order! Order! We will have order. Do we have a second for the motion to discuss the returning of the VK back to the Isle? The chair recognizes Mulan.
I second the motion.
Noted. We will now proceed with discussion. The chair recognizes Snow White.
Oh, thank you, Chief Justice. Safety first. It's simply too dangerous to make them leave Auradon unless we...
Chief Justice, I have grave news. Ben has been taken captive by Chernobog. That devil sent the last remaining member of our elite squad to the castle gates with a message. Our brave soldier perished after he delivered Chernobog's note, written in Ben's blood. I will beg my leave and assemble the troops for the defense of Auradon, and dispatch a special forces unit to get my son back home.
I believe we have discussed the issue of returning the VK to the Isle to exhaustion over the past week.
I motion we call a vote.
I second that.
Motion carries. In the interest of expediency, I call for a vote by a show of hands. All those in favor of sending the VK back to the Isle? Six votes. All those in favor of allowing them to stay? Three votes. No abstentions, the motion carries. The VK are to be returned to the Isle immediately. Now, on to the official docket. Thank you, Bailiff. It would seem that our sending the VK home might be premature. If Doc is correct, we will run out of gems to fuel the barrier by the end of the month.
But how could such a thing happen? The mines are loaded with gems.
According to this official account, there are no more gems to mine. The enhanced drilling has caused the frequent earthquakes as of late, and any more will collapse the mine shafts completely. Humble members of the council, we must prepare for war.
Why do I get the feeling that Chernobog won't be happy to see us?
Probably because he's the source of all dark things, and anything darker than my mom is something to fear.
Maybe we can strike a deal. I mean, we're all on the same side.
Networking with Chernobog is dicey at best. He's definitely on his own side, especially after being turned to stone for about 700 years. He might be pissed off.
Carlos, are you still reading that book from Ben's office?
Yuppers. Not much else to do.
Yuppers? Auradon is really getting to you.
It says here that Oratus Recipier is an ancient communication device used to talk long distances. Cut from the same crystal, several pieces can be used to talk with many people at once. As referred to in the Basics of Magic by Lord Castor, crystals are stones that, if given up their energy and make excellent conduits for personalizing the use of the stone. Should the crystal be imbued with magic, the stone will reflect color. Okay, the color chart below defines possible enchants: aquamarine, bronze, carmine, emerald green. Emerald green is the curse of binding.
So like my mother, to make sure it sticks.
Good thing you didn't put it on.
Anyway, the stone in my necklace could be broken up so that we can all talk. Cool. That way, I can give orders without having to shout.
For once, I agree with Mal.
Huh? What?
You do?
We're gonna need to be able to talk to each other in case
Chernabog blasts us all to hell because he's bored?
Way to motivate the group, Carlos.
I think we might want to keep an eye out for the other gems. Some of these could really come in handy.
Jay, want to break this up into pieces?
Sure, I saw a good-sized rock over there.
I think I won't be wearing the necklace after all.
Jay, come back. You dudes aren't gonna believe this. Okay, it says here, the legend of the lost necklace is the only known device that can restrain Chernabog. The stone in the center of the necklace was forged deep within the planet by magical forces many ages ago. It brought peace to the kingdom who wielded possession of it. The 4 kingdoms fashioned the beautiful stone into a necklace and shared it for the turn of each season. But one day, upon the change of the season, the Winter Kingdom refused to pass the necklace to the Spring Kingdom. All the kingdoms were thrown into chaos, and thus Chernabog was born. The leaders fought and broke the stone into 4 pieces, in hopes of maintaining the balance of honesty, forgiveness, bravery, and nobility. Chernabog began destroying their towns and causing chaos throughout the land. Each kingdom tried on their own to defeat him, but to no avail. Before it was too late, they realized the stones were stronger together than divided.
Wow. So if we find it, there's no need for the barrier after all.
It sounds great and everything, but does it say where we can find it?
Yeah. It says that the stone can be summoned from where it was last used. And the last known location of the necklace was in Bald Mountain, where Chernabog was turned to stone. They call it the Turning Chamber. But no one knows where that chamber is exactly, just that the stone was rumored to have been displaced from the necklace when the shock wave hit after Chernabog was turned. It says the echo was astounding. If we want to summon the stone, we have to find that chamber.
Well, that shouldn't be but impossible to find, especially after all those earthquakes. Think of the cave-ins. Even if we could find it, how stable are those caverns anyway?
Maybe they stopped mining. We haven't had another earthquake since yesterday.
Only one way to find out.
Time to show Chernabog who's boss.
Hey, Mikey here. Thanks for watching this far, and I wanted to keep you posted about upcoming episodes of our Disney Descendants series. I was glad to see how many of you voted in the poll about Ben and Mal's baby. There's only 3 more episodes of 4 Descendants, and then the next generation of Descendants will be born. Something tells me this new royal will be adventuring in Wonderland with new friends and foes, like the Licorice King and the Yorkshire Dog. You might have noticed that the dolls are talking now, anime style. And something new we thought we'd try since it looks good and gives the characters more expression. We're using the same technique in our original series, California Ghouls. So if you haven't yet, please check it out. It's a story about an elite, all-vampire high school that's completely original. Watching both series all the way through, including commercials, really helps our channel. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking, and subscribing. You are amazing.